Here's Vito. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Well, my collaborator is Carolyn Curtis Magri, and let's see, she said she's interested in the way materials manifest association, the meaning, which includes her work is driven mainly by formal concerns. And we've been collaborating for many years. I met her in Pilsen at the gathering of a group called the Ever So Secret Order of the Lamprey. And it's a bunch of these outsider artists that meet and collaborate on things and occasionally. And she's Australian, but she lives in Manchester. She teaches in a prison in Manchester. And I often send her poems and she'll do a drawing to go with them. And I did a poem for Edgar Allan Poe night. It's kind of nasty, but it's called Poetry, and she did this image to go with it. So this is poetry. There was a dirty, snow-white dwelling somewhere in the horizon, in the middle of nowhere, where outsiders and freaks of nature congregated to spread their psychosis. The house contained pieces of panoramic photos, chunks of Fuseli-like paintings, and broken, jagged pieces of sculptures that hinted that art once existed. Somewhere, someone heard that art would be returning, so a whole pack of society's most carnivorous zombie rejects showed up and sat in wait. The inside used to have bright colors. The paint eventually flaked off like dandruff, or faded over the years to a cadaverous pallor. As the directionless derelicts waited, they consumed large quantities of exotic dark drinks and deep red elixirs in tall glasses and every illicit substance imaginable, both legal and illegal. Sorry. Fungi overspread in the rotting trees outside, and the house fell into disrepair. Eventually, all the attendees died of alcohol poisoning, malnutrition, lack of brain activity, or diseases born on the intercourse of the dead. Maggots set up shop in their toenails and empty eye sockets, while gnats buzzed around their putrid, rotting heads. Dung beetles with French names devoured their feces. Eventually, the city got wind of what happened because of complaints about the overpowering stench in the house. Took out the hoary, grinning corpses, incinerated them with little fanfare. They demolished the house. At that moment, art arrived. Thanks. Okay, could you just put up, let's see, the lamp one? Okay. This is an image she did for a personal apocalypse. And I wrote this while I was listening to Warren Coleman's Free Jazz on kind of free will. So this is personal apocalypse. Writer poised and primed for greatness, with high ambitions, divine aspirations, reaches out for the sky, the sidewalk crumbles. Man dressed as a woman opens bursts and all the poisons hatch out. Giant ferrets roll magenta bowling balls down the street, knocking down lampposts like pins, blocking traffic, causing 12, 14, and 15 car collisions, smashing larynxes and collarbones of people who aren't even covered by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois. And Hershey's Kisses go up in price until they're more expensive than gas. The kids can't afford to pay for them in machines. Horror babbles on and peddles toothpaste that will brighten your smile on television for 35 hours straight. And sales go up 3,000% after the government cuts off all tax subsidies to public television. It's all they can do to make money. And rotund people of both sexes begin to make the covers of JQ. Elizabeth Taylor stops getting married. As the 8th seal opens, it's even worse than the 7th. There's no portentous Swedish filmmaker alive to contemplate it. The aquatic parasites gather at their time of the month. They drink nitroglycerin. They lay about mouthing trite rehearsed lines about how art is dead, everything's been done. As they lay limply and inertly in the street, as the cars mow them down, mashing them into slimy pieces. And if spectators go home disappointed, there'll be no pig this season. Thank you. Okay, Carolyn Magri also sent me a poem. She wrote the first 2 verses and I finished it recently. This is a poem as follows. Redundancy of courage in the city of bones, Jack and Jill, guardian angel and sinner, neon ray enlightenment, 24 karat drop shot, reversible errors, prayers for rain in the land of living. Nobody's fool, richer boys snooze, he shapes the snakes, mortal black market prey. They want to play Deja dead in his footsteps. The thin dark line broken in a sea of troubles. The angel in the house that kills the devil's code. It could be you, it could be me. We're drowning in day-glow ecstasy, sponsored by Croft and Major Mills. When the serpent named Samael closes around my neck, mumbling the name Crispin Glover, that everything is fine, he crushes my windpipe, leaving marks, leaving venom, until his head is crushed by the heel of St. Michael, his boot covered with the blood of hermits, heretics, lunatics, fanatics, the guilty and innocents in the bone-dry big city. Thank you.